Hello, everybody, and welcome. We've got Dave Arnold, Mikey Young here with a special guest, Simon Belcher. Boy, you've had some rough racing yesterday, the last two motos. Of course, you know, red flag start in the first moto. You had the whole shot. You had to fight your way with the win, of course. And it came to the second moto. You took off, never looked back at that point. But boy, did you have a lot of pressure behind you.
Yeah, this has been for sure the toughest World Series we've had in Europe. The last couple of years we haven't had the depth of riders, but the Cambodian guys, the guys from Thailand have really all made the effort to come to the European round this year, and it's tough. It's like a World Cup event.
Well, that's one of the things too, and there's so many different boats that are custom now. The old days, we think of the X2s, then the evolution to the Wave Blaster. Then we've got the C2HX. Now we've got custom designed, very similar to the Freedom boats, and of course your Christian Miller custom.
Yeah, Sport GP's gone very much like Ski GP. They're very bespoke skis. They're custom built to be as fast as possible, and Ski GP's come on a long way from a 550 to the Fast Power Sports Commander and Pro Force are turning out now, and it's the same in sport. You've got Freedom, you've got Miller Racing, all producing custom variants. Obviously, the boat that I'm on, the Miller Racing hull, is evolved from the Yamaha Wave Blaster 3, and it's a boat that I've now been on since 2019, and it took me until 2023 to really get that boat dialed in. There's a lot of work goes into building and developing these more bespoke boats, but in 2023 we got it in a really good position, and we just try and build on that going forward.
And what kind of power plants are we running there? I know they're based on the Kawasaki 1500.
Yeah, there's pretty much a split in the field between the 1500 Kawasaki naturally aspirated engine and the Yamaha TR1 turbo engine. So we have both engine variants, and it's like anything. You pick your weapon and go to war.
Pick your sword, exactly. I know he was watching the race with me yesterday. He's calling the action, and we were saying this is one of the craziest Sport GP races we've seen. And I know he's got some serious questions for you.
Let me tell you, Simon, we've known each other for a long time. You kind of transferred your car racing into sport racing. How does that work with you?
I think one thing that we learnt from car racing is data doesn't lie, and analysing data and working through data and working out where you're fast, where the ski's fast, is absolutely priceless. And Matt, my engineer, is he's one of the top car racing engineers, and he can analyse that information. He can use it to make the ski faster, but he can also use it to make me faster, picking up time on centre, corner speeds, entry speeds, exit speeds, and all that information is priceless. And we're in an era now of technology where those kind of things matter, and there is that certain amount you can carry over. Tyre pressures don't really come into it with jet skis, but certainly the data side does.
Right, so no wheels. You moved to keels. Christian Miller, man, this guy, he's amazing. What a great engineer. And for the sport class, what has he done for you?
Well, in 2017, he started his boat, and it's very much unchanged since he started in 2017. Fundamentally, he started basically with the Yamaha Wave Blaster 3, which came out in the year 2000. He worked on a hull. He made a more advanced hull that hooked up better in the rough water, and I got on it in 2019. And again, it was still quite early in development, and I took it on with Christian, and we've moved it forward, got it faster and faster. We've now got some of the other guys on it. Sally brothers from Cambodia are both riding Christian Miller hulls as well. James Bushell in the UK, obviously, and in the World Series, has been racing that hull. So it's a really good solid hull, and he's done a great job, and it was a great foresight in 2017 when he came up with the idea.
Let's talk a little bit about the progression of our sport. You've been with the JSRA for a long time. Now you're at the World Grand Prix. The World Grand Prix, man. brings on a whole new nuance.
Yeah, you know, I started racing in 1992. I finished in year 2000, and then obviously came back in 2016. So I've seen the sport in different eras. Obviously, the 1990s was a very different era for the sport. But when I came back in 2016, it needed something. It needed fresh injection, and the WGP One World Series gave it that. And as soon as that came out in 2019, I've been supporting every round ever since. It's a fantastic event. The media, everything that goes behind it. You know, Drake does a fantastic job and gets great people involved in this championship. And you know, it's just going from strength to strength.
Dave's got a question.
Well, actually, I believe that Simon's going to go get ready to go get down and get in the race there. So we got to thank you so much. We're going to say good luck in Moto 3 and 4. You're on the roll. You got the momentum. So we'll keep an eye on it. Simon Belcher, everybody, thank you for tuning in.